What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Welcome back to another retro review of Noah's Ark Season 1, Episode 2. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. So, once again, like I said, we are coming up there doing a whole anniversary special for those of you who remember Noah's Ark. They're going to do it on the YouTube channel. I think it's next Saturday. I'll get the exact date. If you are new to Noah's Ark, you guys, please check it out. It is definitely worth the look. But anyway, let's jump into it. So this episode starts off where the last episode ended, with Noah and Wade headed out to the gay club, and they get to the club, and guess who shows up? Noah's Ark. Anyway, Ricky, Chance, and Alex are there, and of course Noah is like, what are y'all doing here? And they were like, checking on you and gonna make sure that you good, and checking this Wade out, because you know they don't trust Wade, because it's that whole I'm not gay but I want to do gay stuff kind of thing. And something you're going to notice as the series goes on, they are all very protective of Noah. It's almost like Noah is the baby of the group until he, we'll see later on how he has to sort of assert himself, but he's very much the baby of the group, and so they treat him that way. He is green in some ways. In other ways, I think they just kind of look at him that way. We find out in this episode how he met everybody. So he's talking to Wade, and he says, Chance is a professor at UCLA. He took a class, and that's how they became friends after he was, no longer his professor. He met Ricky at a club many years ago. And Ricky owns a store on Melrose, and of course Melrose is like creme de la creme. So that lets you know Ricky got a little change. And then he met Alex, because I told you guys before that Alex is in AIDS prevention. And so he met Alex the first time he went to take a HIV test. And so they're at the club, and honey, Noah is drinking, which he doesn't normally do. So that's already like a whole thing, because you know how that is when people don't normally drink. And they go out on the dance floor. And they dancing, they doing their thing. They dancing. And somebody comes up and sort of slides in between Noah and Wade, and starts dancing with Noah. And Noah, of course, is like, well, we just here as friends, like it ain't nothing serious. So he starts dancing with the guy. Baby, Wade gets jealous. Wade comes up, he's talking about something, it's hot in here. And he takes that shirt off, and let's be clear, Wade has a body, okay? And so of course, Noah's like, because he's nervous. He doesn't know whether to be appreciative, or he don't know whether to let him know that he think he's sexy. Like, he don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he done turned Noah around, and he done took Noah's shirt off. And it was so funny, because why Noah gonna cover up his nipples like a girl? Like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But I was just like, how you just gonna rip that man's shirt off? And of course, his friends are on the other side of the bar keeping an eye out, and they're like, so Wade leans over and says something in Noah's ear, and it makes Noah run to the bathroom, honey. Noah always runs to the bathroom, child. So of course, when they saw Noah run to the bathroom, all of them run to the bathroom behind him to find out what's going on. Well, Wade done said to him, I find you sexually intriguing, I think. I should have wrote the word down, but either way, it was like a weird word, like intriguing. And they were like, well, what the hell does that mean? And Noah was like, I don't know what it means either. And so then they went on to say, Noah said, I'm attracted to you, but anything we do has to have a woman involved. And I have a friend who's a stripper, and let's have a threesome. And so, of course, that's more Ricky speed. You know what I mean? Alex and Chance are like, drop him. Let's keep it moving. Like, we're not playing those games. Ricky was like, try it. You might like it. He was like, you might have to, do a little something. It's all good. But Ricky, like I said, we all know Ricky is just a whole freak. You know what I'm saying? So that's sort of how that whole situation ends, with Noah having to make a decision about, but he ended up telling Wade he would do it. He ended up telling Wade he was with it. After his friends told him no, and he said he wasn't going to do it, he got over there, and Wade was like, so what's up? And he was like, my house Wednesday night. He was like, okay. And his, of course, all his friends was like, this right here. So then we see Alex and his boo thing. Alex is still feeling some kind of way about his man being online. And, he was like, listen, it's just online sex. It's not a big deal. He was like, I figured that you being in HIV and AIDS prevention would understand that, like, that's a safe way of indulging. Now, I would have a problem with my husband, having online sex. I don't give a fuck if it's real sex or not. I would have a problem with it. And what Alex said was, what, it's not so much the issue that you're doing it. It's the issue that I feel like you have to do it. And his husband threw it back at him and was like, yeah, it's the fact that I have to do it is the problem, meaning our sex life ain't what it need to be. And so I was looking for other avenues. So that kind of left Alex with some food for thought. And he went on to work because, he's a nurse. So he was on his way to work, honey. So we see Chance is at his old apartment. Remember, I told y'all he kept the keys to the end of the month. And we see him laying on his couch, listening to some classical music, drinking some wine, honey. And Noah actually stumbles across him. And he told me, son, what are you doing here? How'd you know I was here? And he was like, well, I just happened to be in the neighborhood and I saw your car. He was like, what's all this? He was like, home life ain't what it's all this, cracked up to be. He was like, y'all only been living together for 2 weeks. And he was like, that's it? It's all it's been 2 weeks? And he's just having a really hard time adjusting to having some personal space. He said, I do love Eddie. I don't want Eddie to think that I don't want to be in this relationship, but it is very, very hard. It's very hard for me, to go from having my own space, my own everything belonging to me, not having to worry about other people, to adjusting to not one other person, but two, and one of those being a little girl. He was like, I love them, but this is just a lot. And Noah told him, he was like, listen, it's okay to say I wasn't ready for this. He was like, it's okay for you to say, listen, I was down. I love you. I want to be in a relationship with you. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this full-time move in together. And he was like, well, what if Eddie doesn't understand? And he was like, well, if Eddie doesn't understand it, he ain't the one anyway. And so Chance goes home gung-ho and ready to let him know that he's going to move back into his apartment. When he gets there, Eddie was like, wait a minute, before you say anything, I want to show you something. And he was like, I know this has been a hard adjustment for you. I know you've had a hard time, trying to figure all of this out. He was like, but I want to show you something. And what he did was he took a room. I don't know if it used to be the girls, the little girls' playroom or whatever. But he took a room and he turned it into Chance's office. And he even put a sign on the door that said Chance's room. And he was like, this is your own space. It has all of your stuff in here, your books, your this, your that. We can decorate it however you want it. But I know that this is really, really hard. And so that is your space. We won't bother you when you're in there. That is where you can go when you just need to be alone. And so obviously Chance doesn't tell him he need to move back home. It's, and it's a really, really sweet gesture. It really is. I think if it were me, I would, he put the keys back in his pocket. I put the keys back in my pocket too, at least for a while. I might pay rent on the apartment one more month, but I would move back, So, Noah's getting ready for the threesome, honey. And he does this whole thing where he is trying to figure out what to wear. You know what? That's a really good question. What do you wear to a threesome? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you wear to get to the threesome? But he gets there, and of course he's nervous. He gets there, and I don't know if he didn't know Wade was going to bring the girl that night or what, but he gets there, and he's all happy to see Wade, and then Wade's like, and here's Brandy, and, he's like, oh, Brandy? He's like, can I use your bathroom? I told you he likes going into the bathroom, honey. So he goes in the bathroom, and he calls Ricky. And here's the thing. You know what you're going to get from all three of your friends. Ricky told him go for it. Chase told him get the hell out of there. Alex was like, I told you not to go to begin with, so I don't even know why we having this conversation. Now, Ricky is back in the back of the room, back in his store, getting it in with the dude again, with the guy from the store. He having his moment in the store. And Alex is actually watching the online, sex, but it's his husband. He's on that website. He's watching his husband's videos or whatever. Husband comes home, sees that he's getting into it, and of course, it's all good. And then they actually end up having online sex from different rooms, just exploring something different. And I was like, that's cool. Alex was like, you know what? Don't knock it till you try. Let me see what's really going on. And he was open to the situation, Chase and Eddie are having date night in the daggone jacuzzi, honey. And Eddie is like, do you really have to answer the phone? Like, we are having a moment. But, of course, all of them are telling him, except for Ricky, get your ass up out of there. Ricky is like, go for it. Then he goes back, and Brandy, he was like, so Wade tells me you're a stripper. And Brandy was like, come to find out, Brandy is an executive at Paramount. Wade worked with her when he was doing the script for the Will Smith movie. And of course now it's all awkward because Noah was like, well, damn, my bad. Like, I feel really awkward now. So she starts actually flirting with Noah. She starts coming on to Noah, giving him compliments, telling him his hair is pretty. His hair is gorgeous, by the way. And they start kissing and stuff starts going down. And Brandy actually starts paying a lot of attention to Noah. And when Brandy starts paying a lot of attention to Noah, Wade starts getting in his feces. And Wade tells Brandy, I need to talk to Noah for a minute. Do you mind? And he actually sends Brandy on her way to my son. And he gonna tell Noah, well, I can tell you were uncomfortable. So, I'm sorry. I feel bad about trying to force you into something you weren't ready to do. And Noah was like, no, I don't feel like I was the one that was uncomfortable. I think you were the one that was uncomfortable. And they actually have like a whole moment. And Noah says, listen, you are attracted to me. I'm attracted to you. What the fuck? What's the deal, bro? And Wade, of course, Wade is not ready to accept that. Like, he knows he's attracted to Noah, but he's not ready to accept the without a woman involved, because see, when there's a woman involved, then you can justify in your mind, oh, we were just having a threesome, it was just sex, blah 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 blah. But when it's one-on-one, that's a little different. You don't quite have that same control. You know what I'm saying? At least in your mindset. But they end up getting it in, honey. They end up getting it in. Wade lets go, and they do, and it's a real nice moment. It's very, very nice, And when it's over with, he goes into the closet to call his boys, to let his boys know it went down. And of course, they, once again, Ricky is like, okay, cool, you did it. And Alex and Chase are like, and when it was all over said and done, Wade told Noah, I'm scared. Like, I don't regret it, but I'm scared. And Noah told him, I'll protect you. And Noah told his friends, he said, but what I didn't say was, who's going to protect me? Because I'm scared too. And Chase was like, that makes 4 of us. And that's where the episode ended. You guys, it was, so good, so good, so good. You guys got to go check it out. If you haven't, do it. If you saw it the first time, see it again. All right, with that being said, thanks for coming out. Talk to y'all later. Peace.